Hey guys, welcome to this video. And in today's video, I want to answer a couple of questions that I got on Instagram about my trichology education. Questions was basically about how it was to do the study, how basically was my experience, and how hard it was to actually achieve the degree itself. And for you guys who are on this channel for the first time, my name is Alex, and I'm previously hair loss sufferer who was able to regrow back my own hair, and I'm also a certificated trichologist. So in today's video, I want to basically talk about the education regarding trichology. And the education itself, like it has two parts to it. There is theoretical part and there is a practical part or clinical part. And when it comes to theoretical part, it's something that one can do in one's own time. Like there is a tasks one has to complete on a monthly basis, but one has a good flexibility regarding the course itself. And one can complete whole course in 6 months time, like it is possible to do that if one has time for it, but usually it will take longer than that. Right? So in my case it did take a bit more than 6 months. I would say it did take around 9 months for me to complete it, but it was something that was kind of like one had a good flexibility regarding those different tasks that had to be sent into the professor. Another thing is that the course itself, it kind of is about all possible causes of the hair loss, like nutritional factors, scalp problems, internal factors, and also problems on cellular level, for example, that one needs to understand, and of course hormonal factors, genetical factors, and so on, right? So they were basically listed all possible hair loss causes as well as solutions to those problems. And this was quite intense course, like there is a lot of information that was packed in during the course or theoretical part itself. But what I did like a lot is that the professor, for example, he always gave me suggestions and gave me a bit more understanding each time I did complete the task and I sent it in for evaluation. And when I have done basically the theoretical part, then we had a clinical part. And the clinical part was quite intense, and there was a lot of information that one had to go through. There was a lot of clinical, basically, examples of different hair loss conditions, different scalp conditions, and this is very important to kind of learn about, because when one sees different scalp environments, different scalp problems that can occur, it helps to one to understand different issues, what is happening there, right? Because, for example, if one is having seborrheic dermatitis or psoriasis, for example, there is a huge difference between those two conditions. And if one is able to differentiate between them, one can much easier to be able to address those problems. Right? And this is like also a good thing about course was that clinical part was something that sealed together all the theoretical parts that was done prior to clinical part. And overall, I would say the course itself was quite awesome. I did learn a lot. Even if I had my experience with the hair loss myself, I still got a lot of value from the course and of the education. On the difficulty level, it was, I would say it was kind of medium, kind of high, compared to, for example, to my master degree or bachelor master degrees that I had taken prior when I was in university in other field. But prior to that, like compared to education, becoming a certificated trichologist, I would say that the level of difficulty was around medium kind of level. So it is something that can definitely be a good education for you guys who are interested about hair loss and want to learn basically more and want possibly also work in this kind of field. So education, becoming a trichologist is something that I would definitely recommend if there is interest for it. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and see you next one. Cheers.